why is this a thing? Why is this like a thing? I don't understand why this is a thing. Hi guys, welcome back. And I just live stream on Facebook, and I thought that I would put the content up on YouTube, but wanted to introduce it to you first. Because if you follow me on Facebook, inside of my Facebook group or my Facebook page, then this has kind of been a conversation piece that we've been having over the last week. This new millennial version of entrepreneurship where people just kind of want to be branded and broke. So if you know anything about my story, then you know I was in a space where I almost quit YouTube. Like, I was creating content, I was putting in the time, I was investing in new cameras and new equipment and, you know, software and all those things, and I just was not seeing the return on that. And as somebody who's very business-minded, I felt like that was unfair, and I needed to really figure out if YouTube was gonna be something I was gonna continue doing, or if I was gonna figure something else out. Thank God that I was able to monetize my genius and kind of take my brand and my business in a completely different way. So I wasn't just solely relying on like YouTube and branded videos and sponsored videos and all of those things. However, having said that, I still get asked the question on a very regular basis, how can I get more subscribers on YouTube? How can I get, you know, brands to sponsor my videos? How can I get more followers on Instagram, or whatever the case is? And while I understand, you know, wanting more followers, what I don't understand is the concept of wanting more followers for the sake of followers. And I said this on Instagram, but when I was at that point on YouTube where I was gonna quit, I only had about 15,000 subscribers, I think. And I say only, like, you know, compared to the people who have hundreds of thousands of millions of followers, it was a small amount. And I was already frustrated that I wasn't making, you know, the return on my investment. Because again, business-minded, I'm thinking, I'm putting in all this time and effort. It was literally like a full-time job, but I'm not really able to monetize it using the traditional platforms of, you know, Google AdSense, brand sponsorships, affiliates, and all of those things. Are there people in the YouTube space who do very well doing branded videos? Yes, I just didn't want to do that. Are there people in the YouTube space who do well, you know, using affiliate programs? Yes, I just didn't want to do that either. I really wanted to take my own genius and generate wealth from that. And so that's what I was able to do. You guys who've been following me for a while, you know that I ventured full-fledged into the digital entrepreneurship world, started my own business, made over 6 figures very, very quickly, and was like, you know what? This is awesome. I went back to school, got a doctorate where I spent the last 3 years really understanding the concept of online entrepreneurship, online marketing strategy, and how to create essentially a life that you want based on the things that you are good at. And I didn't just do it for me, I really did it for you guys who wanted to understand how I did it. I wanted to see if the system was replicable, so I studied it very extensively. We're talking over 11,000 hours of understanding this industry, you know, thousands of pages of research, hundreds of pages of like writing things down, like thousands and thousands of words, like of actually me writing things down, because I studied online entrepreneurship and business coaching and wanted to make sure that, you know, if I was going to do this, that I was going to do it the right way, using both empirical evidence and experience. So anyway, back to being branded and broke. I was once a branded and broke person, and I just refused to accept that. Like, I refuse to accept that somebody has hundreds of thousands of followers and they still work at Target, or, you know, they have hundreds of thousands of followers but they can't get out of their 9-to-5 job. I actually sat, like, I spoke at an event a couple of weeks ago, and I actually sat next to somebody who had 80,000 followers and was still working a 9-to-5 job, and I don't know why. Like, that blows my mind. Now, I understand this is going to be polarizing for some people. I really do. Some people are going to look at it, they're going to not understand why I'm saying it. They're going to think that what I'm doing is impossible. They're going to think that I'm judging. I'm not judging. What I'm saying is, you can do it too. Like, I'm not like anything special. Like, everything that I've done, I teach because I want other people to experience it in the same way that I have. And not only that, I know that, you know, people can look at what I do in the online space and see other people doing it, and people might call it a scam. People might call it whatever, call it whatever you want. Here's what I know. I spent $250,000 on my education to understand this industry. I have spent 11,000 hours diving deep into understanding this industry. I have invested in myself with my own coaches, and I still do have my own coaches to help me understand this industry. I have thousands of pages of research, thousands and thousands of words that I've typed out. I've done an entire empirical research study that will be published coming up soon here in multiple different spaces on this industry. So I didn't just pop up out of nowhere and say I'm going to show up as a business coach. Like, this is my life, this is my job, this is my career. I take it very seriously. Having said that, everything that I learn, I'm not learning for me. I know how to build a business. I've already done it. I know how to make $100,000. I've already done that. I know how to make $10,000 a month. I've done that. I know how to do all those things. What I want to do is make sure that I'm teaching you how to do those things, because branded and broke is not cool. Like, that is not a cool place to be. Not for me. At least I'm not accepting it for myself, and I hope that you're not accepting it either. So anyway, the point is, this is a very long video, which I understand, but it's good content, and so I didn't want it to get lost in the ethers, and so I'm going to share it with you here. If you have questions, down below is the place for you to comment. You can also send me an email, and that's it. I will talk to you guys very soon.
All right, so I told you guys, I gave you guys a heads up that we're going to be talking about this situation, because this, I mean, it's really time for us to have a conversation about this, I feel like. This is a serious phenomenon that is happening in the world today, and I think it's been happening for a while, and I'm starting to see a lot of different trends here, and so, you know, let's talk about it. Let's have an honest chat about this concept of being branded and broke, the concept of being YouTube famous and broke. Before I jump into that content, let me talk a little bit about why I'm so passionate about this, and where I'm coming from, and who I am, because I think that that's an important piece of the puzzle here for why I'm speaking into this and why I'm so passionate about speaking into it. So, if you don't know me, my name is Dr. Tracy Timberlake. I am a YouTube vlogger. That's how I got my start in the digital world, is through lifestyle and beauty vlogging. So when I'm speaking into something, I promise you this is something that I know about. When I first started my YouTube channel, there weren't a lot of, there wasn't a saturated market, I should say. Like, there were people who were making videos. No one was really turning it into a career. You know, no one was, like, everybody was doing it kind of as a hobby. That's when I jumped on the bandwagon. My very first video was of me in a flat iron. And I always tell people that this is the video that changed my entire life. My whole world was changed because I made a video about a flat iron. Because one video led to 2 videos, which led to 3 videos, which led to 4, which led to 400, which led me to where I am right now, which is talking to you guys. So hi to everybody who's hopping on the live stream. Really excited that you guys are here with me. And if you're watching the replay, really excited that you're doing that as well. So thank you so much for joining me, because this conversation piece is something that, like I said, we need to talk about. So, did the YouTube thing for many, many years. I really got serious about it like in 2012. That's when I was, hey Nisha, in 2012. That's when I was really like, okay, like, this is a viable career option. Like, for real, like, this is a viable career option. I can make videos. I love making videos. I can make videos, and I can talk to people about the things that I love, which is hair and makeup and clothing and being, you know, whatever, just about my life, and we can make this happen. So from 2012 until about 2015, I was pretty consistent with making my videos, right? Like, that's what I was doing. I was, okay, this is happening. This is what I'm doing. Having said that, sorry, I have people that are like texting me in the middle of this live stream. So having said that, it got to a point where I was putting in a lot of time and effort, and I wasn't really seeing the return on my investment. Like, and just let's get honest, like, when you are wanting to be a full-time content creator, whether that's a blogger, whether you're an Instagram model, whether you're on YouTube, you are creating, or you need to have certain equipment, certain collateral, if you will, to create a career out of this stuff. So you're looking at investing in new cameras, you're looking at investing in new laptops or editing software or whatever the case is. These are investment pieces. Like, this is not a cheap kind of career to jump into. Like, you really kind of need the tools to make yourself stand out and be successful in this. So just bare minimum, like, let's be honest, bare minimum, you're talking, maybe you're spending $1,000 on a camera. That's like minimum. I'm not even talking about like lenses and all SD cards and extra batteries and all those things. So $1,000 on camera, you're looking at probably like another $1,000 if you're gonna get a computer. I mean, the standard is like getting a MacBook, right? And then any editing software that you're looking at, any plugins that you have for your editing software, anything like that. Like, let's say it's a minimum of like a $2,500 kind of investment. Your lighting, like I have lights around me right now. I don't have them all on, but I do have lights on. Right, so you're looking at like at least a $2,000 investment just to get started in this as a career. So then you're putting in all of your time, all of your effort, right? You're constantly making videos, you're churning out content, you're finding things to create content on, and then you're building up a following. You're doing this, I mean, it becomes like a second job. It really does become like a full-time job, but the problem is you're not making full-time money. So essentially you have a very expensive hobby. And so in 2015, I started to notice the pattern of, YouTube getting more and more saturated, money coming in was a lot less because of the ways that, just if you're looking at strictly Google AdSense, like not brand sponsorships, you're looking at strictly Google AdSense and you're like, okay, like this is not a lot of money. Like, be honest, like the $344 that you make from your YouTube videos, if you're even making $300 a month, is not enough to pay the bills. Like, no one is going to be able to live off of $344 or whatever, per year. Hey, Shayna. So I really took a hard look at where I was, like on YouTube. Like, I'm spending so much time and so much energy creating content. I have a following. At that point, I think my following was somewhere around, this was 2015, so I think my following was probably around, 14,000, 15,000 people. Like, so, I mean, on the outside looking in, I had a relatively rising or relatively successful YouTube channel. I mean, that's what people want. People want the 10,000 subscribers. People want 15,000 subscribers. Hey, there's two Shaynas here. Hey. So, I had a pretty successful channel. I had won an award by then. I was getting brand sponsorships. I was getting people to send me stuff. But at the end of the day, like I said, like I was having to do I would have had to do tons and tons of branded videos, brand sponsored videos to make ends meet. Google wasn't paying out, right? So, because you're not going to live off of $200 a month from Google AdSense. So essentially there I was branded and broke. Like, so why I'm talking about this is because I was actually there, guys, like, branded and broke, like had followers of, 15,000 people, was a person of influence in my community. And anytime you have somebody following you, I don't care if it's like 10 people, like you're a leader in that capacity, like you have people following you, so you are actually a leader. But I wasn't making any money. I was actually working a 9-to-5 job. I was working a second job part-time on the weekends to sustain a very expensive hobby of YouTube where I wasn't making anything. So this is like, I promise you, this is like the standard. This is like what people want to achieve. Why? I don't know. Like, why do you want tens of thousands of followers and you aren't making any money? I actually spoke somewhere not too long ago, and the person sitting next to me had 80,000 followers and still had a 9-to-5 job. Why do you have 80,000 followers and you have a 9-to-5 job? Like, that to me doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I don't understand why this is like, this is the standard. This is what people want. Like, oh yes, I want to have 100,000 followers, but I'm going to work at Target. Like, no, that's not what we're doing. So in 2015, like I had two options. I said, okay, option number one, I can quit YouTube because the return on that investment was like on my time. No, and the most valuable asset that you have, people, is your time, right? Like, you cannot get that back. I can always make more money. I can make more videos. I can buy a new camera. I can get a new computer. But time does not, like, I cannot come back to time. Hey, Laketta. So that's what I'm saying. So it didn't make sense. And Instagram people are kind of in the same vein, bloggers in the same vein, of having all of these people read their blog, all these people follow them on Instagram, but if they don't do a sponsored video, or if they don't do a sponsored content, they're not making any money. So 2015, there I was. I remember it very clearly because I was walking my dog at the time, and I really had like this like come to Jesus moment where I was like, okay, so I'm either going to quit making YouTube videos and do something else, or I need to figure out, hey, how to make this work for me. And I mean, thank the good Lord that I just felt the divine inspiration come for me to actually monetize the things that I already knew how to do. Like, I've been in business for a long time. I, have a degree in marketing, right? I study this stuff, and I study online trends even when I was just making YouTube videos. So of course I'm going to monetize myself. Of course I'm going to monetize my genius. And I got to the point, this is my computer that is shaking. I got to the point where I decided I'm not going to rely on, another company to sponsor me. Like, what's the point of having like tens of thousands of followers and then all you're left with is like free curly cream, or you have like free whatever, like free mascara. Like, everyone thinks that's so cool that you get free stuff. Yes, I do get a lot of free stuff, and I'm honestly thankful for it. Like, please don't think that I'm ungrateful. I'm very, very grateful for my YouTube career. I'm very grateful for what YouTube has given me, but I had to work the system, is what I'm saying. Like, I had to figure out how to make it work for me. Making YouTube videos, especially nowadays where everybody's making YouTube videos, everybody's a makeup artist. Everybody's a beauty blogger. Everybody's a natural hair specialist. Everybody's a health coach. Everybody is, the diet guru on YouTube. Everyone's doing that. What are you doing that's different? What are you doing that's standing out? And I promise you that if you're just starting right now, first of all, it's not too late to get started making videos, but if you want to turn YouTube into a career, it's definitely too late for that. Because you need to, by just making videos, you need to figure out how to monetize yourself outside of that. There are other YouTubers. I just watched a video the other day. I think she has like 2 million subscribers, maybe more, maybe 5 million, I don't even know. But she has millions of subscribers, is what I'm saying. And she was saying how she doesn't want to do branded videos anymore. Like, that's not fun for a YouTuber. It's not fun to do brand sponsored videos where every video that somebody makes is going, and this is brought to you by Netflix, and Netflix is going to pay me so I can talk to you about, like, that's not fun. That's not why anybody gets started. The free product is great, but your free products are not paying your light bill. Are they? I'm pretty sure they're not, unless you're going to go out and sell all the teeth whitening kits that you're going to get, right? All of the, Korean face masks that I have piled up in my closet. I'm thankful for them, but at the end of the day, I'm not making money off of that. That's not what I'm doing. You have to figure out how to take your platform and turn that into profit. And you have to figure out how to do it outside of that. And so I'm so passionate about it because that's what I did. It was either quit YouTube or figure something else out. So I figured it out, and I started to monetize my own genius, generate wealth from my genius. What is the point of being branded and broke? Why is that a thing? Why is that an aspirational thing? And if you guys have the answer, please let me know in the comment section. Why does somebody want to have 25,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers? I've talked to people who have had up to 275,000 subscribers on YouTube and cannot figure out how to monetize it beyond a couple $1,000s a month. Makes no sense. Like, once I figured out the system and I hacked it for myself and I said, this is not my life. Like, my life is not going to be making YouTube videos for pennies. And listen when I say pennies. You're making pennies on your YouTube videos. Is that worth your time? Is that worth your specialization? What is that? Oh, I thought there was something behind me. If you are a makeup artist, for example, you should be getting paid to be a makeup artist and to be a very good makeup artist. If you are a stylist, then get paid to be a stylist. If you're a life coach, get paid to be a life coach. Don't get paid to just make videos for pennies from Google. I'm going to try and go through some of these questions here. You have to create multiple streams of income in order to make it work. YouTube and social media. Right. YouTube is catching on to that now and may try to up their game. That's a good question, Atoya. Is YouTube catching on to that and trying to up their game? So one of the things when I first realized that, I don't know if you guys saw this video, I posted it probably over a year ago, but I was mad. Like, I was like, why? YouTube has courses on making videos. Like, YouTube has, like, you have a YouTube manager when you get to a certain point. Like, I have a YouTube manager. You have, like, an account manager. You have, like, all of these resources that YouTube provides for you. What YouTube does not provide for you is it does not provide for you understanding business. That's the truth of the matter. Like, YouTube will not tell you how to turn yourself into a business. It'll tell you how to make videos. It'll tell you how to make great videos. It'll even have the space for you to create videos. Why do you think YouTube is so invested in you making videos? Because YouTube is a business. They know how to run a business. YouTube is run by Google. They want to make money. When you make videos, YouTube makes money. That's what they want. They want people on their platform. What they do not teach you how to do is how to make money outside of their platform. And that, I think, was the most frustrating thing for me, is because you want me to create videos, but you're not actually paying anybody to do it. You're relying on other brands or other businesses to come in and tell the influencer, okay, we'll give you a couple $100 if you make this video about this. But YouTube's looking out for YouTube. So who is looking out for you? Like, when I was in that space, who was looking out for me? Who was teaching me how to brand myself beyond what Google was teaching me? Right? I had to go out and I had to find that. And so that was one of the things that I was like, no, like this is something that I have to talk about it. I have to say it, because there's so many people that still contact me today and say, I want to be on YouTube. I want to know how to make YouTube videos. Okay, great. You don't really need me to teach you how to make a YouTube video. Grab a camera, start talking about something, make a YouTube video. There you go. First YouTube video uploaded. You're officially a YouTuber. What people come to me for is teaching them how to monetize what they're doing. Like, monetize yourself, please. Like, monetize your life. Take your genius, generate wealth from it. And so that's the system that I'm creating. And so I was so passionate about understanding what that looked like in the online space, because I did it. I mean, you know, I built my business. I made over $100,000 in 8 months. It was very fast. Like, once I learned the system, I was like, well, YouTube, why are you not teaching me this? Okay, I'm going to teach other people how to do it, because that is ridiculous. Like, that YouTube's not teaching it. You know, obviously it's very easy to make money online, but somebody's not teaching YouTubers how to do it, or somebody's not teaching content creators. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. How to do it. So anyway, that's what I do. That's why people come to me, is they're like, well, I want to be an online influencer, but you know, Google is not going to, like, I'm not going to live off of what Google's paying me. So how do I figure this out, right? Like, what do I need to do? And so, yeah, so the culmination of that was really like going back to school and understanding what that looked like in the online space, because I know how to build a business. Like I said, I did it. I know how to build a business. I want to make sure that I can teach other people the right way how to do this, because there's so, let's be honest, like, there's so many like coaches out there, and the majority of them are good. Let me just say that right now. The majority of them are good. But there are some in the bunch that just kind of ruin it. And it is a thing. I'll talk about that another day. But so when I went back to school, and I'll say this over and over again, I did not go back to school for me. I went back to school for you. I went back to school because I felt like my people needed somebody who was going to teach them these systems and teach it to them the right way. And so that's why, like, the program that I'm opening up later this summer is going to, it's going to be pretty epic. Like, everybody in this program, I'm looking for a very specific kind of woman or man in this program, because I am opening it up to men and women. For the first time ever, I'm opening up my programs to like men and women, because the systems, the strategies are the same across the board. And I want to teach you how to make $100,000 in 8 months. I want to teach you how to make $1 million, you know, your first couple of years in business. I want to, like, how can you generate wealth from your genius? Start asking yourself that. And so, yeah, I'll put a link to my pre-party, because I'm having a huge pre-party before I even launch it to the public, just to my people, like just to the people who've been following me, just to the people who are in my inner circle. I'm going to open up a huge pre-party. It's going to have like exclusive trainings. We're doing that at the end of July. So you need to go to, and if somebody can type this into the chat box, that would be really helpful. TracyTimberlakeOnline.com/VIP only. And yes, VIP only. So TracyTimberlakeOnline.com/VIP only. This is like my inner circle. Like, the people who are there will be like, I'm giving them so much more than what the public, I will launch this to the public. Like, I will tell you right now, this program will fill up. Like, I know it will, because I know the market. Why do I know the market? Because I've studied the market. I've studied it for years. I spent the last 3 years of my life drowning in research to understand this market. This program will fill up. That's why I'm doing the exclusive pre-party to my people first, because I always want to give you guys the opportunity. Thank you so much. I always want to give you guys the opportunity to, hop in on this content, because I can tell you right now, it's not something anybody else is doing. It's not something that anybody else is talking about. And the content that I'm putting in, as a matter of fact, I know for a fact that there's no other program that is like this, because I've spent the last 3 years studying this industry, studying the business, studying entrepreneurship, online entrepreneurship, social media entrepreneurship, YouTube, video, how to make money So I know that, the program, like I said, it'll fill up. So if you want the exclusive stuff that only my inner circle gets, then you're going to want to go to that. Obviously it's free to join the pre-party. Whether you sign up for the program or not, the pre-party will have some very, very special trainings that are available only to the pre-party people. So go to that link. Okay, so back to branded and broke. The point is don't do it. Like, what is the point or what is the purpose of having platform and no product behind it? What is the purpose of having all of these followers look to you? It's like inviting everybody over to your house and then just having them sit there and you say, okay, well, you're here, and everybody's looking at you going, okay, now what? Like, you are an influencer. When you have followers, like I said, I don't care if you have 10 followers. I don't care if you have 20 followers. If you have somebody that is following you on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, you are an influencer. You are considered an industry leader in whatever it is you're talking about. So if you are a leader, then show up as a leader. Like, actually show up, do, what you say you are good at doing, and give people something more than just, here's a free video to show you, how to get a 6-pack abs. Like, here's a free video to give you 5 steps on how to do that. Like, there are people out there who are needing your help, who need what you have to offer. I don't care what that is. I can show you how to monetize anything. Tell me what your genius is. Write in the comments. Tell me what it is you're good at, and I'll tell you how to make money off of it. It's pretty plain and simple. And it's not about making money off of it. Let me just clarify that. It's about being of service. Because the millennial mindset, we're moving into this space, and I know this based on research. This is not a Tracyism. We are moving into a time and space where, like, the cookie cutter way of making money is no longer. In 10 years, the majority of the 9-to-5 jobs won't even exist anymore, because, like, millennials are just kind of breaking the mold. We would rather, work at Starbucks than sit in somebody's desk job and, do something that we hate. All right, so beauty and self-care. Toya Garner is a beauty and self-care expert. That is great. How many people do you, I for one, need self-care. Like, it is something that people tell me all the time. Tracy, you need to exercise self-care, because I am a workaholic. I'm working all the time. But the thing is, I love my job. I love what I do. I love talking to you guys. I love doing these live streams. I love, doing those things. Okay, so if you're a beauty and self-care expert, there's a couple things you can do. You can either have your own products, or you can actually coach people on how to do it themselves from where they are. Self-care, especially, like, let's say your target is like busy moms. Busy moms are the worst at self-care. Find a niche and then work it, because busy moms don't know how to appreciate self-care. They tell themselves they don't have time. If you can create a system to show working moms, busy moms, how to exercise self-care so that they can be better for their families, so they can be better for their children, so they can be better for their husbands, so they can be better for their partners, so they can be just better in general, so they can live a happier life, that's a gold mine. How many moms are out there? There's think of the population, like half of them are probably moms, and they need to understand self-care, not just for themselves, but for their families. They're going to show up better, okay? Self-care, personal development. Personal development is huge. Right now, Deja, if you are a personal development specialist, right now, personal development is like the in thing. Personal development, spirituality, entrepreneurship. If you are in any of those 3 categories, you pretty much, it's a done deal. Like, personal development in what? So are you a personal development for women, for men, for children, right? If you can teach teenagers how to understand personal development early on, then they grow into adults who are much more productive in society. Like, I wish that I would have gotten into personal development when I was like 15. Like, I feel like if I did, then I would have spent my 20s doing things a lot differently, right? Because I wouldn't have spent it exploring. So find a niche inside of personal development. You can teach people anything about personal development, how to eat better, how to think better, like your mindset is always there, how to, find time to prioritize the things that are important to you, how to travel for personal development so that you can learn how to exercise time management. All that stuff is personal development. Parenting advice, that's great. I have a couple of clients who are parenting specialists. One is a licensed clinical social worker. She's a parenting strategist, and she helps busy moms kind of figure out their lives so that they can understand, how that works in a system. She also helps parents who have children who struggle with depression. So that's kind of like her niche. I have another one who works with parents, and she works with stepmoms, because blended families and understanding the dynamic of, two different families coming together is huge, especially in America where the divorce rate's really high and people are remarrying. So that's a niche right there. So you're giving parenting advice. That's awesome. Find a niche, start working it. Fashion design, great. Design, great. You actually have a physical product to sell because you're now designing something. Now you just have to find clientele. So who are you working with? Are you working with entrepreneurs? Do they need to understand how to style themselves maybe for photo shoots? Are you working with higher end kind of situations, people who are going to red carpets and you can design for them? I just hosted a fashion show for someone who designed swimwear. We're in Miami, so swimwear is a big thing here. She held her own fashion show. She's making a great living as a fashion designer, designing beachwear, loungewear, and swimwear. Creating websites, articulating people's story into their sites. Yes, Shayna, I know that that's your brand. And that's so important because so many people have websites and their websites are just dry. Like, you just go into their websites and you're like, why is it so corporate? Especially if you're a personal brand. If you're a personal brand, you need to understand the art of storytelling, because your story is what's going to matter to people. So, find somebody like Shayna to help you tell your story and put it into words so that your website looks a little bit more compelling and you're not like just dry as, my friend always says, dry as rice cakes when you're doing that. Hold on, I think I missed some stuff. Okay, so hair care, great. You do hair care. So you can either teach people virtually how to do hair care or how to take care of their hair, or you can set up physical shop. That's really easy, Nisha. Like, how many people out there don't know how to do their hair? I know a ton. Like, they don't understand how to do their hair. They just want somebody to do it for them. You can either teach them or you can just have them come in and then, and then they can either watch you do it or you can coach them how to do it. But I don't cut my own hair. I do my own hair. I wash it. I, flat iron and everything, but I don't cut it. Tomorrow I'm actually getting a haircut. Woohoo! For new haircuts. Graphic design, same thing. First of all, if you're a graphic designer, like, you should be making buku bucks right now because everything is digital. Every advertisement, all advertising dollars are going to the digital space. Websites are popping up every single day. People need graphics. So if you're a graphic designer, you should be making six figures easy. You just have to find your niche, find your market, find where your people are hanging out, and then go market to them what your specialization is in graphic design. But graphic design, I need a graphic designer. Like, I need somebody to just make social media posts for me so that I'm not doing it myself, right? Like, everybody needs some sort of graphic design. Nisha needs to find more clientele. Yeah, so sign up for the VIP list. Sign up for the pre-party because that's the name of the game. Is you can't just say, well, I'm going to do this and then think people are going to come. Like, that's not how this works. It's like making a YouTube video and think you're going to get 1 million subscribers off of one. No, that's not how it works. So that's exactly what I'm going to be teaching. Inside of the new program, how to actually make money. Like, I'm not giving you I'm not going to give you feel good. I'm going to give you actual strategies that are going to make you feel good because you're going to be operating in your purpose. You're going to be operating in the thing that you were always called to do. So there's that. Lifestyle, beauty, same thing. So lifestyle and beauty are categories. Like, you don't teach people lifestyle and beauty. So what is it, this is to Zalika. What is it about lifestyle and beauty that you are good at? Like, everybody has a lifestyle. Everybody has some sort of beauty regimen, even if it's not like makeup and hair. Like, we just exist. So what is it that you do? What can you teach people? What is your genius? That is what I'm asking. What's your genius? Generate wealth from that. How to start Instagram boutiques. Great. You already know how to do that then. You already know exactly what your genius is, how to start Instagram boutiques. Instagram is huge right now. When I was speaking at an event a few weeks ago, they asked me if I was going to start over, what platform would I use? I said I would start with Instagram. So you're probably in a good place. What do you think about selling customized products such as coffee mugs? All right. Is it oversaturated? No, I don't think anything is oversaturated. Is it common? Is it basic? A little. Like, I think it's overdone. I think anybody can do it. So if you want to create physical products, go ahead and do that. Are you going to make $1 million selling water bottles? Probably no. Right? So it's about And is that really your area of genius, or are you just looking to make a quick dollar? Like, I think that's the question. Are you just looking to make a quick dollar off of selling a t-shirt or a coffee mug, or do you really want to step into purpose? Is your purpose to create water bottles and coffee mugs? If yes, then by all means, sister, like, make those coffee mugs, sell those coffee mugs, until kingdom come. But what is the actual purpose? Like, what do you really desire to be known for? What do you want to do? What is your area of genius? Are you making handmade coffee mugs? Like, are you a coffee mug designer? So think through that. Yes, another stream of income. Sure, absolutely. Here's the thing about having physical products, though. When you have physical products, your profit margin is very small. And I'm all about keeping profit margins very high. So, is it something that it's something that I've considered. It just takes, it's one of those things that takes time. Like, I'm all about, like, remember I talked about time and the value of time. Time is your only asset that you will not be able to get back. So therefore, it's the most important asset. So spend your time making or doing more money-making activities. Another income stream is terrific. Absolutely. I mean, if you can figure it out, you drop ship those things, sure. But it does take effort in marketing, which is going to take time away from any other big products that you launch. It's going to take effort, because you're not just going to put up a mug on your website and then think people are going to go ahead and buy it right away. Like, you actually have to market it and let people know. So there needs to be some sort of sales funnel to sell the mug. So I'm not a huge fan of those, but if that is what you sell, then that is what you sell. You own it, and then you create strategy and you create sales funnels to it. And that's really all it is. Can you create a profitable stream of income from it? By all means, go for it. I have things like ebooks, that I sell as just kind of like tripwire products into my other systems. So it's passive, but it does require, an element of time. What thing do you feel is oversaturated on social media? I don't think anything's oversaturated on social media, honestly. And I've talked about this before, but people come into experiences like that's a mindset thing. I think when you think that something's oversaturated, if you think that the market is oversaturated, there are 2 billion people on Facebook, right? Like, let's say you're selling, I don't know, let's say you're some sort of life coach and you're selling a $3,000 package, right? And in order to make your monthly income goals, you need to sell 2 packages a month. So that makes that's like $6,000 of income. You don't think out of 2 billion people, you can't sell 2 packages a month? And yes, there are a lot of life coaches in the world, but it's never over, because somebody is still waiting for you, right? Like, somebody is still out there waiting for your help. It's almost impossible to say that you would reach every single person. You could even spend $1,000 on Facebook ads. You're still not reaching every single person that's on Facebook. You're still not reaching every single person that needs your services. So no, I don't think anything is oversaturated. I think that with really great marketing strategy and figuring out what your genius is and then standing out in that, no, there's no such thing as oversaturation. Personal development coach for introverted women. Too specific? That is perfectly specific. I don't think you can get too specific, Deja, with your market. I think the more specific, the better. So personal development coach for introverted women. I think you can even niche that down further. Introverted women who are what age? Introverted women who need what? Like, are these introverted women who want to learn how to go on dates? Are these introverted women that want to get a new job? Are these introverted women that want to become salsa dancers? Like, you can almost get very specific about that. But you see what I mean? That brand yourself according to your genius and then monetize that. Do not brand yourself and be broke. Do not tell yourself, I want 100,000 subscribers. I want 100,000 followers on Instagram. For what? What are they doing? Just watching you post pictures? Like, just watching you make videos to do what? Like, why are you spending so much time and so much effort on something that you're not getting a return on investment for? Now, granted, maybe you love the 9-to-5 job that you have. Maybe, YouTube really is just for fun. And so you post videos, once a month and you're perfectly content with that. That is great. However, that wasn't great for me. It was not great for me because I knew that I had much more to give than just making YouTube videos and, the $242 that Google was deciding to pay me, or, the couple of $100 that someone was going to pay me to mention their product inside of a video. Like, that was not going to be my life. I'm so happy to say that it is not my life, that I was able to take that and monetize myself beyond it. And now I get to help really amazing women create really amazing businesses and become branded and not broke, because branded and broke is not cool. How long does it take to get 100,000 followers? It depends. If your content's really good, it can take a week. If your content's really bad, it could take 10 years. So up to you. I mean, if you just want 100,000 followers, like honestly, Crystal, if that's what you want, then buy 100,000 followers. Like if all you want to do is to have your Instagram say that you have 100,000 followers, buy them. Like totally possible, totally doable. Buy them. Is it going to make you money? No, it's not. Not at all. So you have to decide, what's more important, the number of followers or lifestyle. For me, it was about a lifestyle. It was about creating a life that I wanted to live. It was about not waking up and having a job. It was about not having a boss, and you know what, honestly, growing up, like, I didn't need a boss. Like, I was like the annoying person that wanted to be in charge all the time, because if I wasn't in charge, then I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Like, if I don't get to be, the head, or if I don't get to be, like, the captain of the team, then I'm not playing. Like, that was always me. So I think I was just kind of destined to be where I am. It just took me a little while to get there. So yeah, don't be brand and broke. Monetize yourself. Monetize your genius. It's not cool to, it's not cool to have followers and not making any money off of it. Like, that's, at least not for me. Like, that's not fun. Like, you are a leader, you're an influencer, you have all these people looking at you. Give them something of value. Help them change their life. Like, use your platform for purpose. Like, actually give them something worthwhile to watch other than just pictures. All right, any other questions about that? Because I definitely feel like we've covered a lot, and I was able to do those things. Sorry, I'm just looking down at my computer for a second. Yeah, so I'm going to teach, that's the whole premise. We have Summer School of Success, which starts on Tuesday, where I will be live streaming more about, how to have a successful online business. And then the pre-party for my inner circle, that happens, and it's totally free to sign up for the pre-party, but that happens at the end of July. It's July 27, 28, 29, I believe, and they're going to get some exclusive training. It's tracytimberlakeonline.com/VIP only. If you do not want to be branded and broke, please sign up for that training. If you are branded and you are broke, please sign up for the training. If you want to be branded but you're not yet, please sign up for the training. Like, I'm telling you, I'm looking for a very specific kind of person. A kind of person who is looking to create a life that is worth living. A life that, where they get to do whatever. Thank you so much, Nisha. A life where they get to do what they want to do without somebody telling them. A life, that gives them more time and more freedom to be able to hang out with their family or, go on vacation. It's right above you, Zalika, tracytimberlakeonline.com/VIP only. Do you have to pay ads to succeed online? Nope. When I first started, when I launched my very first course, I made $8,000. I did not pay 1 single cent. The second month I launched a second course. I made close to $20,000, and I did not pay for 1 single ad. Now, you can pay for ads, and it does, when you're starting from scratch, and you need to get more visible, like, it does kind of boost you, and it does kind of help the process, but I teach people how to do it with ads and without ads, because I think that it's important to know the difference between both. So if you are a person and you're like, you know what, I have this Instagram, I have this YouTube channel, and I've always wanted to create a course to teach people how to do X, Y, and Z, sign up for the pre-party. Sign up for the Inner Circle of Success. If you're somebody who's like, I've always wanted to be a coach, I think that I really have something to give to people, and I really have something to offer them, sign up for the pre-party. Sign up for the Inner Circle. If you're somebody who's like, you know what, I do not like my 9-to-5 job. I need this 9-to-5 job to be gone because, like yesterday, because I don't like it, I'm frustrated, and I'm annoyed. Sign up for the pre-party. The link is right there for you. I'm giving you tons of free content this month for that reason, because I do not want people to be branded and broke, and I don't want people to aspire to be branded and broke. Do not aspire to have 100,000 followers. Please don't aspire for that. Aspire to have 50 followers and making, $7,000 a month. Aspire to have 1,000 followers and understand how to convert an online community into cash flow in your pocket. Aspire to those things. Okay, it is tracytimberlakeonline.com/VIP only. Did you see that, Zalika? tracytimberlakeonline.com/VIP only. You're going to get some exclusive content from me. I love you guys a ton, which is why I do what I do. And that's why I say, like, the education that I've gotten, like, I've spent a great deal of money, probably $250,000, just to understand this industry so that I can be of high level service to you, because there's no point in me understanding it and then hoarding it to myself. Like, that does me no good. That doesn't even make me happy. I want to make sure that I can deliver for you guys. That's why I'm doing this, and I'm doing it all for free. TracyTimberlakeOnline.com/VIP only is the link to join the pre-party. Come, be in my inner circle of success. Come, be my friend. Come, and let's do this together. Let's build empires. Let's change the world. Women, right now, it is the best time for women, especially, to start businesses. Men, I'm not excluding you. I'm just saying, for women, this is the best time for you to actually come in and start your own business. It's the first time in human history where you're given a choice. And I'm saying that, like, for real, because if you think about it, up until this point, everybody has made the choice for you. This is the time to step in and make the choice for yourself. Like, everybody has said, whether it was, going to college, either your parents encouraged you to go, your guidance counselor said you need to go, society told you that you need to go, and then you have to apply to school and someone has to accept you. They have to say, yes, please, you're welcome to come into our school. I'm going to go ahead and accept you. So your future was in somebody else's hands if you went to college. If you got a job, you had to apply to a job, and then somebody had to offer you the job for you to accept. You couldn't just say, okay, I'm going to work here. So again, your future was in somebody else's control because they had to actually give you something for you to accept it as a job. Starting your own business, jumping into generating wealth from your genius, that is new. That is something that women have never been afforded up until now. This is the best time. And I guarantee you that if you wait another year, the market may be too saturated. Like, there might be too many for you to start to stand out. Don't wait. This is the time. For those of you who've been like, I wanted to start my own business for 8 years. Okay, well, let's start now. Like, today. Today is the day. There's no better day than today to start that. It's the first time that women are being given the power to do this. Don't mess this up. Like, do not let this opportunity pass you by. Like, the people who are going to be successful are the ones who understand what opportunity looks like and then actually open the door and step into it. This is for you. This is your time. There is no better time than today, where someone's not going to give you, financial aid to start your own business like they might have done for college. So you essentially went to college on somebody else's bill, which is totally fine. I went to college. I have, the highest degree that you can get, so I get it. Somebody else foots the bill for that, right? So it wasn't technically like my full investment. I didn't fully, like, when I went to undergrad, when I went to business school, I didn't foot that bill. Somebody else foot that bill. So I wasn't even in control of my own power at that point. I had to go where they were giving me a scholarship. My future was in someone else's control. Beyond that, again, it's them accepting me into the program. It's them saying, yes, you can do this. You can come in here. You can have this job. Sure, we'll give you that. And here's what we think that you're worth. And then you have to accept what someone else tells you you're worth making. So take a look at what you're making right now. If you're making $50,000, which is the average salary in the United States, it's $50,000 a year. If you're making $50,000 a year, you accepted that position because you thought that you were only worth $50,000 a year. And I can tell you, you're worth more. Like, what you know how to do, what your genius is, everything that you've learned up until this point, your education, your experience, your expertise is worth more than $50,000 a year, right? Like, you will only make as much money as you think that you're worth. So if you can understand that concept, building a business is easy because you'll make as much money as you want. I mean, the money is out there. Somebody's going to make it. Why not you? So there it is, guys. Don't be branded and broke. Someone's going to make the money, so why not you, right? Let me see. There's another question. What if you want to start an all-in-one retail beauty salon? Perfect. I actually know somebody who has that. They have a beauty salon on one side and a retail, like, clothing shop on the other side. Let me know if you guys have any questions. TracyTimberlakeOnline.com/VIP only is where you're going to get the exclusive content that's going to be rolled out in the pre-party. Now, let me just say this. This is for women who are go-getters. Like, this is for women who absolutely believe in their dream and are willing to say yes to it. This is not for somebody who's going to come in, and I talked about this in my Facebook group, not for somebody who's going to come in and just play business. Like, I kind of want to start my business, and I kind of want to have a brand, and that's not for you. Please don't sign up. Like, seriously, like, please do not sign up and take somebody else's spot in this stuff, because this is free content. Please don't take somebody else's spot if you're just going to come in and be like, I kind of want to do it and I think I'm going to do it. No, this is for people who are like, you know what? No, I know that I'm worth more than $50,000 a year. I know that I'm going to take control of my life. I know I have a purpose beyond sitting at this desk. I know that I have a passion beyond working at Target. I know that I do not need to be a cashier for the rest of my life. I know that I don't want to sit here behind a Chanel counter and, get paid to talk about somebody else's product because I want to make my own. I want to take control of my destiny. I want to hang out with my family more. I want to hang out with my kids. I want to be able to create a legacy. I want to make sure that my kids are set up for their entire future and set up for success. Those are the people that I want inside of there. So if that is you, then I'm inviting you into my inner circle of success, because you're very much like me. We are kindred spirits, and those are the people that I tend to get along with, and those are the people that I admire. It is inspirational for me to work with those kinds of people. If that is you, then please accept my personal invitation, my personal invite for you to join me on this journey of success, because you are worth it, but at least I believe you're worth it, but I can't believe it more than you do. Based on customers, but please don't budget yourself based on other people's budgets, because energetically it's not a match. You can't do that. Energetically not a match. You have to price according to what you believe you are worth. This again goes back to someone else dictating what your future looks like. Don't let people do that. People should not have that kind of control over you to where they get to determine how much money you make in a year or in a month or in a week. Don't let customers tell you, no, that price doesn't work for me. How about this? Don't do that. We need to make sure that we are pricing ourselves according to what we believe we are worth based on our energetic match to the money that we are making. You're welcome, Zalika. You're very, very welcome. So, Nicole, make sure that you're pricing yourself according to what you believe you're worth, not what someone else believes you're worth. Because it could just be an issue of you not attracting the right customers simply because of where your price point is. So whenever I feel that way, I double my prices. I double my rates. Whenever I feel like I'm attracting the wrong clientele or people start asking me to discount things, which actually doesn't happen, but whenever that does happen, like to clients, I tell them to start doubling their prices. After being introduced to the things you taught me has caused me to step into action. Good! I love that, Shayna. Love it. You're welcome. I love you guys. Let me hop off because I have people who are texting me back to back, and I think I have a phone call at 4 o'clock. So I love you guys a ton. I'll be back on Wednesday where we start Summer School of Success. What should we talk about? Leave a comment. Let me know what our first topic of conversation should be. That way I know, what you guys need. Don't forget to sign up. If you are the person that I'm talking to, don't forget to sign up for the Inner Circle, who's going to get a very special training, like 3 days, like 3 full days of like special workshops at the end of the month. And we'll also get access to my program before anybody else gets access to it. And I'm telling you, like, people have actually, like, coaches, like other entrepreneurs in the online space have actually started quoting what I'm talking about. They've started sharing it because there is nothing like this that's being done. Like nothing. And you're going to start to see more of it come out, like people sharing it, like my research is going to come out. So it's going to be pretty epic. And the women who are going to be involved in it, I guarantee you will make thousands of dollars. Like what I'm going to teach them, it is going to change their life and their family's life and their kids' life and their parents' life and their grandkids' life. And it's going to be beyond epic. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys so much. Take care.